One thing Caitlin Clark does maybe better than anybody in sports right now makes it about others, makes it about team.
Well, this is expected of Caitlin Clark. She's supposed to be great. She's not the Rookie of the Year. Angel Reese is, because that's a surprise, which to me is wrong, because Angel Reese was the best player on the team that won a national championship in college. It's not like she came out of nowhere. And she's been a really consistent player. Caitlin Clark has a bullseye on her back every single game. You must stop her. I don't think you look at Chicago and go, boy, if we stop Angel Reese, we're going to win. And that's why this is a silly argument.
Angel Reese's habit of stat padding has hit a new low as she continues to boost her numbers even during blowout losses.
Chicago Sky are falling off the map in the second half of the season. Why? Well, they got a star, right? Everybody tells me Angel Reese is an absolute star. Look at all the double-doubles. Oh, my God. Well, Angel Reese and the Chicago Sky have made it about Angel Reese, not about the Chicago Sky. Even last night, if you look at it, what they have? Barbie night. We're giving out towels, blah, 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 blah. And when you see Angel Reese, what does she do? She's walking in with look at me outfits. It's about me. When you see Caitlin Clark, what do you see? It's about...
Last night's game against the Indiana Fever showcased this unsavory practice. Even with the Fever comfortably ahead, Reese stayed on the court, focused on padding her stats and adding to her double-double count, despite the outcome being all but decided.
WNBA in its entirety is really cooking right now, and it continues to grow, and there is a lot of appropriate attention on Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever, and we found out that the Fever Storm game from over the weekend drew 2.2 million viewers, which is massive. It has 18 games this season where they've had more than 1 million viewers average, and 16 of those 18 have featured Caitlin Clark. So you cannot deny the connectivity of Caitlin Clark.
In the final minutes of the game, with the Fever starters on the bench, Reese took advantage of the situation to pad her stats, racking up points and rebounds against the reserves. She ended with a double-double of 10 points and 11 rebounds, but the context of this accomplishment has sparked widespread criticism from both fans and analysts.
I think Caitlin Clark does maybe better than anybody in sports right now, makes it about others, makes it about team. Think about it. When's the last time you didn't see Caitlin Clark talking about a teammate? When's the last time you saw Caitlin Clark talking about herself or any of the accomplishments that she has had? Let me give you the answer to that. Never. Never. You never hear that. Now, that's why their team has gotten good. She could have been an egomaniac. Everybody in the league knows that she is the league right now.
The most notable critique came from Dwyane Wade, who praised Reese's stat padding during garbage time, much to the frustration of fans who viewed it as a clear disregard for sportsmanship. Wade's comments have ignited a backlash, with many now questioning the integrity of Reese's record-breaking double-double streak.
Angel Reese is actually paying the cost at this moment from attaching her brand to Caitlin Clark's brand.
Reese's actions had overshadowed Caitlin Clark's impressive performance, where she led the Fever to victory with a dominant 31 points and 12 assists.
Is a phenomenon. Caitlin Clark is a phenomenon. And if I said to any of these people who think Caitlin Clark is not the Rookie of the Year, I'd say, who would you want to start your franchise with? Now, I'm not going to put Asia Wilson in there. I'm just saying between these two. Angel Reese is a wonderful player, but she does not compare to what and who Caitlin.
While Clark's heroic performance should have been the main highlight, the focus has shifted to Reese's controversial stat padding tactics as the WNBA season continues. It remains to be seen whether Reese will persist with her stat padding approach in blowout losses, or if she will shift her focus to accepting defeat gracefully and working on her team's overall performance.
Angel Reese is coming off. Hey, look, won the national championship 1 year, got to the Final Four. The next really successful career, but like most that come in the WNBA, nobody cared. So Angel Reese is coming in, and she's swimming upstream two ways. One, her team's not very good. Two, she's second fiddle to a little white girl over here, Caitlin Clark. And that pisses her off. That pisses the whole...
One thing is certain. Her actions have ignited a crucial conversation about the importance of sportsmanship and fair play in professional basketball.
On the second half of the season and the second half of this game, the team that was more together was clearly the Indiana Fever, and the Indiana Fever routed the Chicago Sky.
The Chicago Sky isn't going to have Elena Delle Donne or Tina Charles intentionally commit fouls just to get to the free throw line. Nor is it likely Teresa Weatherspoon would keep a player in the game solely to pad stats when the outcome is already decided. This approach raises questions about the team's credibility as an organization.
Man, if someone could just help her figure out how to perform offensively, man, she's going to be a real impact player in the WNBA. Instead, because she compares herself to Caitlin Clark, actually, we're sitting there going like, man, this woman can barely shoot a...
Aaliyah Boston received a technical foul just before halftime. As the third quarter begins, if you're the Sky's coach and aiming for a win, who would you choose to take those free throws? Lindsay Allen or Rachel Banham might be considered, but Teresa Weatherspoon opts for Angel Reese instead. This choice underscores concerns about the organization's seriousness and its representation.
NBA, I'm talking players, coaches, and refs. They're all a bunch of Caitlin Clark haters. They're all a bunch of jealous haters. They are just working themselves up about Caitlin Clark just to hate on her. Skylar Diggins is bumping her. Their girls are complaining on the bench. Referees are getting into it now. They're all a bunch of haters.
It's no wonder players like Kalia Copper, Kennedy Carter, Marina Mabry, Dana Evans, and Camila Cardoso want to leave. Some are dedicated to their basketball careers rather than chasing media opportunities. Instead of improving her game, Angel Reese seems more focused on wicked commercials which, while decent, don't seem necessary for theaters.
As a post player, is her efficiency a little bit lower, especially around the room, than you would like it to be? Is that an area of growth for Angel Reese in the future? Absolutely it is. But you cannot use that as a metric to criticize what she's doing in a historic way on the glass on both ends.
Another Broadway show is being turned into a movie, and it seems like there's more focus on being unapologetically Angel than on improving her game. The Indiana Fever's 100-81 win over the Chicago Sky was marred by stat padding. Many of Angel Reese's double-doubles feel like participation stats, with 19 of her 23 effectively handed to her by the other team.
Caitlin Clark is taking over this league. And every passing game that she does something awesome, it makes the decision to leave her off the Olympic team that much stupider.
I've got to, I was over the weekend seeing the return of the W, seeing how great she is still.
She's already set the rookie assist record.
She's better. Like the month off that the Team USA gave her, when she was, and by the way, I was thinking that as they were in danger in the gold medal game, like, how would they have handled that?
19 of Angel Reese's 23 double-doubles came from the other team's mistakes or from being left in during garbage time. This undermines the game and contradicts the focus on team play over individual stats.
And, before last night's game against the Phoenix Mercury, I think in her previous 5 games, she had shot 29% from the field. And unfortunately, I've watched these games because I'm now watching Angel Reese as well. And she can't make all of her shots are within 2, 3, 4 feet, and she can't make 29% of them. Here's why I'll give Angel Reese credit. And this is why I'm saying she would be getting celebrated had she not attached herself to Caitlin.
Jay-Z once said, "We don't believe you. You need more people." Angel Reese were not convinced. While her devoted fans might buy into it, those of us who think critically remain skeptical. With under 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter, Caitlin Clark nails free throws, pushing the Indiana Fever to a 98-71 lead. Despite substitutions designed to bolster defense, like swapping Michaela Onyenware for Diamond Day Shields and Victoria Vivians for Clark, Angel Reese remains on the court. As time wanes down, Reese stays in the game trying to pad her stats, even as other key players are pulled. With just 42 seconds left, she draws a foul, securing her 23rd double-double of the season. ESPN and the WNBA hype this achievement, but it seems to disrupt team dynamics. It was meant to be Barbie night, but it turned into Caitlin Clark night, with opposing fans cheering her on. Clark received a standing ovation with 3 minutes and 52 seconds remaining, marking her third 30-point game of the season. Downtown Chicago was filled with Caitlin Clark jerseys, making it feel like a home game for her. The Chicago Sky faced a tough night. Clark shined, the Fever won, and Reese padded her stats during garbage time. To add to the disappointment, Clark was knocked down by Diamond Day Shields in a questionable play that, along with other flagrant fouls, highlighted a lack of discipline from the Sky. The Chicago Sky's recent performances against the Connecticut Sun and Indiana Fever have featured dirty plays and flagrant fouls. The organization seems to lack control, with players skipping interviews and showing poor sportsmanship. Kendi Carter's behavior and the team's overall management raise questions about who's truly in charge. The Chicago Tribune and the Chicago Sun-Times are covering the controversy, with Diamond Day Shields' hip check on Caitlin Clark being a focal point of criticism.
Is paid to play in the paint. That is her position. That is where you made a Hall of Fame career, is to be efficient in the paint. And when she is ranked 49th out of 54 eligible WNBA players as far as field goal efficiency, there's not another forward/center that's lower than 30 in the WNBA. So what I said is I took that offensive rebound nugget, and what I did is I spun it forward to say we wouldn't have to have the conversation about offensive rebounds and if it's her teammates or if it's her offensive rebounds, if she was just more efficient down low when she had the opportunities. And that's where I said, in my estimation, Caitlin Clark is running away with Rookie of the Year, because Angel Reese, yes, the numbers are inflated in a sense because she is not efficient where she has to be, which is down low where she's making.
Just so you know, I live in New Jersey, where we don't have our own baseball team, just the Yankees. We don't have our own basketball team either. It's either the Knicks or the Nets. Our football situation is also uncertain, with the Jets covered by New York media and the Eagles by Philly media. If this level of controversy is what gets Chicago Sky fans riled up, then you might just be the softest sports fans in the country, even softer than those in California or LA. If this is what gets you worked up, then you're definitely not ready for serious sports coverage.
There be a co-rookie of the year, because Angel Reese is, of course, doing historical things with her double-doubles as a rookie, and Caitlin Clark already has set a million records and looks completely unstoppable, especially when it comes to dishing. And it feels like we are both on the same page here.
Not a shot. No, they're not.
Me and Angel would both give you the same answer. Like, you don't wake up and think about individual awards. I know that's what all of you think we do. I know we don't. Like, that's what everybody wants to make this about. But like, we both of our teams are competing for playoff spots. Like, that's our main focus. That's a selfish thing to just care about an individual award. And she would give you the same exact answer. I'm sure she has given you the
Rookies of the year. It is the rookie who has had the biggest impact on their team, and it's unequivocally, and the odds are saying that it's even distancing itself even further, that it's Caitlin Clark. She is leading in all of the statistical categories as a rookie, minus rebounds. Obviously, Angel Reese is averaging a double-double, but the impact on the team, we are talking again at nauseum about Caitlin Clark leading as a rookie the Fever to the playoffs for the first time since 2016. They are ahead of the Chicago Sky. So I think, to me, if this is even breaching a conversation of splitting this, it might as well be, hey, you're a rookie, here's an award. You're also a rookie, here's just an award for being...
I mean, man, oh man, when Caitlin Clark does something, everybody celebrates. When Caitlin Clark does something, there is no jealousy. Early in the year, I felt like we saw a lot of jealousy. I felt like we saw a lot of people kind of side-eyeing. The great Joby Wright, great player at Indiana, assistant coach Indiana basketball, used to call it under-eyeing. I'm under-eyeing you. I felt there was a lot of that going on with Caitlin Clark, but really since the end of the first half of the season,